Okay, so this is the rewrite for part 4. All right, again, if you've already maybe seen this, but if you want to rewrite, you must read this thing and check off every single box. If they're not checked off, I'm not grading it. Okay, so you need to read this. Okay, all right, part 4. All right, we're now going to go to the other simulation, the friction one. Okay, so you should not have shown any thermal energy anywhere up to this point. This is the only one where you should show it. Okay. Also, I wrote this claim in class with you. I practically wrote it for you. And some of you guys had like, I don't even know what you had in your claim. It wasn't even nearly what I said. And I said it for you. Okay. So that leads me to believe that you are not paying attention when we're actually doing this in class. All right. So when I take the time to do that, you need to write it down. All right. Because that's not cutting it for me. All right. Okay, so this one, now we have to go to the friction version. Okay, so now we have this friction slider. All right. And there's a lot of things to focus on here, but what we're trying to focus on is the fact that the kinetic energy and potential energy sort of go back and forth. Okay, so see, kinetic's big, potential's small, potential is big, kinetic is small, then kinetic's big, then potential's big, kinetic's big, potential's big. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're doing. That trade-off is still happening, just like in the first 3 parts. That kinetic potential gravitational potential energy trade-off is still happening, okay? But what's happening now also is this thermal bar, this red one, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it never comes back down. Once it goes into that column, it does not go back. It does not transfer anywhere else. That is important, okay? All right, so you need to say something in your claim like, when the kinetic and gravitational potential energies trade off, I like to say their sum decreases, S-U-M, the sum, like I add them. Together, their amount is getting less as the thermal energy gets more, right? So the amount that the kinetic and potential energy are sharing is getting lower, and more of that energy is being transferred into the thermal energy column, okay? That's part of it. Until, so if yours says until when, question mark, that's what this means. Until it goes long enough, right? Until the thermal energy reaches the total. It doesn't go more than the total. It doesn't go less. This process will continue all the way until the thermal energy bar reaches the total. Okay, so that's what I want your claim to say. Gravitational and kinetic energies are trading back and forth. Their combined amount, their sum, their shared amount is decreasing, while the thermal energy keeps increasing until it reaches the total. Okay? All right. For evidence, right, you maybe have like 3 different places. Maybe you have now, right, somewhere in the beginning. Okay? And then maybe you have some other time later, right, where there's a little bit of thermal energy and I see the kinetic and potential are trading off. Okay? And then all the way, your last screenshot, you can put more if you want, but 3's enough. Okay, and your last screenshot should show the thermal reaching the total. Because if you say that in your claim, you need to provide evidence of that. Okay, so I would say your last screenshot would look like this. Okay, I don't care about the speedometer. I don't care about his height. I don't care about how fast he is. I don't care about his mass. I don't really care about how much friction there is, just that there is friction. I care about the trade-off of the energies. Okay, so all that other stuff, don't even say it. Not relevant to this claim. All right, okay, there you go. That is it. Oh, no, I wanted to write it down. Hold on, let me write it down on the paper. Okay, right, so part 4, I'm going to have like probably 3 screenshots, right? So like beginning, sometime in the middle, and then sometime at the end where the thermal equals the total. Okay, and that's what I'm looking for. This is actually one of the easier evidences to write, I think. Okay, and can you put them in order? Because some of you guys had screenshots like all over the place, and like this one was first. It doesn't make any sense. It needs to read like a story. I need to be able to follow what you're trying to say. All right, okay, now I'm done.